Vanguard, it's your boy P City Substance here. We here with another episode of the Video Game Votary. Video Game Votary, we're basically discussing the current state of the video game community, different news, releases, everything, you name it. So let's get started. I was just reading something on GameSpot.com where they were speaking to one of the top execs for GameStop, and they were talking about they had a feeling and a hunch that soon we will be hearing about the next generation of consoles, the new PS5 and the new Xbox. I think they got that hunch because apparently there's no more digital download codes that is being sold in GameStop stores for more specifically Sony. So only time will tell if that's the case. I definitely have a hunch that the new consoles will be announced soon. Even though there was recently with the state of play with Sony and as well as Microsoft, they got all these new games coming out. But I do see in the forthcoming future, probably by the end of the year, you're going to hear, or the beginning of next year, you're going to hear the announcement for the next generation of consoles from Microsoft and Sony. That's what I feel. I kind of think this, like, especially with all the VR games for Sony and stuff like that, I think it's their kind of last push, because also the GameStop exec was talking about he expects to see a decline in the sales of the PS4 as well as the Xbox One for this year this current year in 2019. And apparently the new Assassin's Creed may be taking place in the Vikings era. Now that rumor is being started because Ubisoft, who also works on the Division 2 has some strange posters posted in the game with Vikings, and they're holding the Apple Eden, which is synonymous to the game Assassin's Creed, where it plays a very important role to that game, and it appears to be a Viking. And some people are thinking that it's related and kind of giving you like a secret message saying that the new Assassin's Creed is going to take place in a Viking era. So that's be something interesting and to check out and see if it's actually true. So keep your eyes open for that. Also, Borderlands 3 has an official release date. That official release date is scheduled for September the 13th. There's also a new trailer out there, a little bit deeper trailer. It talks about the new vault fighters that you can use to fight against the new villains, which are called the Calypso twins. So be on the lookout for Borderlands 3. Their presentation at PAX East was really, really good for Gearsoft. I watched the whole thing, and I'm definitely looking forward to Borderlands 3. The Borderlands 3 Handsome Collection is available now. It's been remastered for 4K and HDR. So if you haven't picked it up, go pick it up. That's available now. Also, it seems to be a new update coming for the Division 2. So be on the lookout for that coming soon. There's no official release date, but word is that update is coming soon. So I'm looking forward to that because I actually have that on my PC. Also, I happened to go on GameStop.com, and interesting enough, I don't know how I didn't see it because I was on the app the past couple days. So I'm on the site, and lo and behold, you can actually pre-order the Sega Genesis Mini right there on GameStop, and basically put your information on there and be the one to pick it up for its release date of September the 19th. It's going to come with 40 games built in, and they're going to be announcing the game in 10 game waves, and basically it can be 10 at a time. I don't know when they're going to start doing that, if it's going to be weekly or monthly, building up to the release. It's scheduled to be, the price tag on the Sega Genesis Mini is $79.99. So that's interesting. That's very interesting enough. And I actually was going to call the store location to see if I can go and make my reserve there in store versus online, because I think if you do it online, you have to pay the full price, versus if you went to store, I believe you could do put 5 down. So I'm going to go check them out. If I have time at this video, I'm going to shoot right over there. That definitely caught my attention, and that's awesome. Also, Nintendo announced that they are coming out with the Labo VR. I'm not gonna lie, it looked like mad cheesy when I first seen it. Like the label thing in general just looks cheesy. It's made out of cardboard, but you gotta expect some of these things from Nintendo because they based on children. Even though they're my favorite game company around, and Super Mario being my favorite game of all time, they are dedicated to the children and to, you know, the party atmosphere, party being within your house. So I mean, initially looking at it, I was just like, what is this Labo crap? But they're coming out with a VR set, and it doesn't appear to be too much of a VR because from the looks of it, you're taking the tablet portion of your Switch and you're putting it inside of this cardboard contraption that you're building, and you have to physically hold it up to your face. And the good news is Super Mario Odyssey will have an update available on April 25th with 3 mini maps so you can play Super Mario Odyssey in VR. Also, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is also getting a VR update on April the 25th. And that entire game will be available to play in VR mode. So that's very interesting. And even just the cost of the Labo VR is pretty low. It's available April 12th, so that's next week. For $80, that's when you get the full kit. There was different modes that you could build for the Labo. Like, it was one where birds flapping its wings. I seen one with like almost like a light gun, and I think I seen one with kind of like a racing style. You can get that for $80, or you can get the starter kit, which is like the pretty much base status base builder kit for your VR, and that starts at $40, which isn't bad. It actually beats the competition by a lot, but I don't know what it offers. One thing I seen that one guy was doing a review on. He was saying that, you know, with the Oculus or the PlayStation VR, after you playing for a certain amount of time, you'll begin to get sick, like motion sickness, which I can agree with. But he's saying, like, with the Labo, being that you have to hold it, you're going to get tired after 15 minutes, so you're probably going to put it down unless you're laying on your back and you're playing like that. So, I don't know. It may be worth checking out. Like I said, $40, it can't kill you. You know, check it out just to see. Strangely enough, I have to get another copy of Super Mario Odyssey. I did the dumbest thing and traded it in. It wasn't dumb at the time. It was a reason I did it, but I kind of regret it because that was actually a very, very good game. I finished it, decided to trade it in. It was pretty high up on the trading value, so I took advantage of it. But I'm going to get another copy. I still have my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, so maybe that's worth a check out in VR. And I'm still interested in getting PlayStation VR. So let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. Are you looking forward to the Nintendo Labo? Do you have a Switch? Are you going to get a Switch because of this? What do you think about the Labo as a whole? Do you feel it's cheesy like I do? Let me know down there in the comment section. Also, are you guys excited for the Sega Genesis Mini? Is that something you guys are looking forward to? You guys going to reserve your copy? Let me know what you guys think about that. Also, let me know what you guys think about Borderlands. The rumor about the new Assassin's Creed taking place in the Viking era. Are you a fan of Assassin's Creed? Do you think Ubisoft was doing some cross promotion through the Division 2? And how do you feel about that? Do you think it's kind of taken away from the Division 2? Or are they kind of stealing some of the shine away to throw it towards Assassin's Creed? What do you guys think? Let me know down there in the comments section. Also, do you expect to hear about the next generation consoles before the end of the year? Let me know what you guys think down there. I just want to take the time out to thank all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button right there below. It is free. It won't hurt you. It won't cost you nothing. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like, share, turn the notifications on. Tell your friends about it. Check out the Video Game Votery website, thevideogamevotery.wordpress.com. Also, check out the Video Game Votery podcast, available on all podcast platforms. If you want to donate to the Video Game Votery, www.patreon.com/Video Game Votery. You can donate for equipment, assistance on traveling to these different cons and expos. And, you know, our subscribers isn't where it needs to be, where we start receiving any type of royalties from YouTube just yet. So if you just want to help your boy out, that's the way to get it done. www.patreon.com/Video Game Votery. I'm very grateful to all you guys. So we're going to end the episode on that note. This has been another episode of the Video Game Votery with your boy P City Substance right here on the Video Game Votery.